You know what? This is just like a breath of fresh air. I'm not kidding. I think it's been day 5, day 6. I don't even know what day it is, to be honest. But it's just everyone's in it for the right reason. Everyone's in it. You have great energy. You have great people. And at the end of the day, everyone's putting aside their agendas and doing what's best for the team. And let me tell you, it is refreshing, and everyone's excited to be here.
Remember when Angel Reese and Kennedy Carter seemed to think they could push Caitlin Clark around without any repercussions? When defenders took cheap shots at the rookie while the officials turned a blind eye? That chapter just came to a dramatic...
She needs an enforcer. She needs a brute that will wreck people if they wreck her.
Sophie Cunningham just arrived at Indiana Fever training camp with a statement that's making waves across the WNBA. The veteran sharpshooter and Taekwondo black belt isn't just joining the roster, she's stepping in as the enforcer for the league's most targeted rookie. In this video, we'll break down Sophie's performance at camp, her interviews, and how she's quickly becoming the Fever's secret weapon against on-court intimidation. If you're hyped, drop CC and Sophie in the comments. Let's get into...
Sometimes you need one of those players on your team. You need one of those enforcers. Every good player, by the way. Every good player, every good team has that is a superstar. Most of the time have enforcer type players.
Sometimes every team needs that player, an enforcer. The kind of teammate who's not afraid to get physical, who sets the tone and protects the star. Almost every great team, every elite player, especially the true superstars, has someone like that by their side. When Caitlin Clark entered the WNBA as the most hyped rookie in league history, the excitement was off the charts. But as the games played out, the story took a darker turn. A troubling pattern emerged, one that left fans and analysts stunned. The stats don't lie. A staggering 17% of all flagrant fouls in the entire WNBA last season were committed against one player, Caitlin Clark. Let that sink in. Nearly 1/5 of the league's most dangerous fouls were aimed at a single rookie. That's not a coincidence. That's a message. And it was
hot topic going on right now. Caitlin Clark, she got cheap shotted against the sky. I mean, throughout the season, they get beat up. Hard screens, elbows, knocked down.
Game after game, the pattern was undeniable. This wasn't just tough basketball. Caitlin Clark was being deliberately targeted. Opponents hit her with punishing screens, excessive body contact, and actions that clearly crossed the line from competitive to dangerous. What should have been a celebration of a generational talent quickly turned into a relentless trial by fire. The most aggressive offenders stood out fast. Angel Reese emerged as Clark's most visible antagonist, combining non-stop physicality with constant trash talk aimed at rattling the rookie. But the most blatant incident came from Kennedy Carter, whose shoulder check during a fast break wasn't just dirty, it instantly exploded across social media. These weren't standard basketball plays. They were messages, loud and clear. To make matters worse, the officiating offered little relief. Time and again, referees swallowed their whistles on fouls that would have drawn instant calls for other players. Clark was left to battle through a physical gauntlet, while also trying to lead a young, inexperienced Fever squad. She wasn't just facing opponents. She was fighting a system that refused to...
That's all I see. They try so long to get respect for women's basketball, and then they treat it like a junior high school girl's locker room. Junior high school girl antics on the court.
Through it all, Caitlin Clark displayed incredible composure. Despite facing the kind of treatment that would push even seasoned veterans to speak out, she never once used the media to call out officials or opponents. Instead, she kept her head down and battled through the contact, showing a level of professionalism far beyond her years. But the impact was clear on her performance, her body language, and most of all, her ability to play with the freedom that defines her game. The Indiana Fever front office saw it all. They watched their franchise centerpiece take hit after hit, night after night, and came to a clear conclusion. This couldn't continue into her second season. Their response wasn't just about upgrading talent. It was a deliberate, strategic move to build a roster designed to protect Clark. This time, they're making sure she's not going into battle alone.
Like, you need an enforcer. And if it ain't going to be me, Michelle Rappaport, like, where is Charlize Oakham? Doesn't her team have, like, a Zavaria McDaniels or a Rakisha Mahorn? She needs, like, a goon on her team, because when your star player that brings so much money, so much attention to the league, and it's a collective, it's a bunch of them, it's been brewing.
This wasn't just about winning more games. It was about making a statement to the entire league. Targeting Caitlin Clark would no longer go unanswered. The Fever weren't simply assembling a roster. They were building a fortress around their most prized player. But one critical question remained. Who would anchor this new mentality on the court? They needed someone with the right blend of talent, toughness, and experience, someone unafraid to set the tone and enforce the boundaries. Their answer came in the form of a 6'1" powerhouse with a black belt in Taekwondo and a fearless reputation.
Clark was getting hit a lot. She was getting hit a lot early, and they needed their Charles Oakley. You've got that in Sophie Cunningham.
Enter Sophie Cunningham, a player whose reputation spoke volumes, but whose true purpose in Indiana didn't become clear until she stepped up to the mic at training camp. Behind her impressive 37.8% career mark from beyond the arc lies something even more valuable to the Fever, a warrior's mentality and a message that sent shockwaves through the league.
That's what they're doing in the offseason. They're trying to get winners, people who know how to compete, people who want to win, and put that together with experience, people who have championships. And so when you have that type of combination, and us kind of young bucks, I'm kind of a tweener, and then you have the vets. You know, you're just trying to be a sponge. You're trying to learn. You're trying to be good now, but at the end of the day, you're trying to be the best in the preseason, right? And so that's why you have those vets, so you can learn from them. They've been around the game for a really long time, and that's kind of the refreshing part about being on this team, that everybody wants to learn, and so everyone's dialed in.
When Sophie Cunningham stepped into her first media session with the Fever, reporters anticipated the typical sound bites, talk of fresh starts and team chemistry. Instead, they got 6 words that echoed across the basketball world. I'm here to make sure nobody takes cheap shots at our players. That stops now. In a time when most athletes stick to polished, PR-approved answers, Cunningham's raw, no-nonsense statement. What makes Sophie Cunningham uniquely suited for this enforcer role isn't just her physicality, it's the discipline and toughness rooted in her background. Her training and mindset translate seamlessly into her style of play. Throughout her WNBA career, she's earned a reputation as someone who never backs down from a challenge, embracing confrontation when necessary. That grit makes her the ideal protector for a team determined to set new boundaries and defend its star. Cunningham's commitment extends far beyond simply guarding Indiana's star rookie. In training camp interviews, she stressed the importance of building a team environment where support for one another comes naturally. It's crucial that we know and care for each other off the court. Cunningham explained, because that translates into better on-court chemistry and a stronger willingness to fight for one another. This approach unveils a deeper strategy. She's not just shielding Clark. She's cultivating a culture where every player feels protected and valued.